So right now, homes are being sold in Utah at a rate that's faster than homes are being put on the market as new listings, and that results in our inventory coming down. So I want to explain to you what that means if you're looking to buy a home in Utah right now. Let's check it out. I'm Christopher McGee. I'm the owner of Halcyon Real Estate, affiliated with the Keller Williams Market Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. This is the numbers and the nuance every week. I'm popping on here every Monday to make sure you know exactly what the market looks like in Utah here. So I touched on this last week. The homes are being sold faster than they're coming up on the market. This has been going on for a month now. Our inventory coming down has everything to do with why our average list price is stubbornly staying high, even during a season where we expect it to be coming down. And so this has everything to do as well with why home prices aren't plummeting. Not just right now, but why they haven't been plummeting all year, as a lot of people anticipated that they would, as interest rates climbed as high as they did. Because you cannot have a relatively low inventory and a high demand and watch home prices crumble. So on this point about home prices not plummeting, I made a quick reel last week. I pointed out an article that I found on Deseret News, I think it may have been KSL. It was an article stating what the top 25 countries with the most dramatic price decreases in homes, what those top 25 cities in the country were. Utah had 4 cities on that list: St. George, Provo, something else, and Salt Lake City. And what I pointed out in the reel, and I'll point it out here, was the fact that these are the cities where home prices are coming down the most in the whole country. But like the 4 cities that Utah had on that top 25 list, prices had only dropped from this time last year between like 1.3 and 3 point something percent. So those are obviously not waterfall dives in prices. And to understand what's happening right now with our prices, we need to look at the context of the last few years and see that, you know, for the 3 to 5 years prior to 2022, the beginning of 2022 was when the Fed started increasing rates, and we went from 3 to 4 and people freaked out. We went from 4 to 5% interest rates on a mortgage loan and people were freaking out. They've been freaking out all along, all the way up to 8%. With those interest rate hikes, it was anticipated by a lot of folks that our housing prices would crash. But the reason that hasn't been the case is because for the 3 to 5 years prior to 2022, we had such low, extremely low inventory, and at the same time, extremely low interest rates. And those two things combined drove our house prices up dramatically, such that as we started to build our inventory back up in 2022, as things did slow down a bit, home prices stayed stubbornly high throughout last year and into this year. All that is just the context to understand what's going on right now with interest rates as high as they are. How can home prices stay as high as they are? It's because demand is still there. The demand is still there. Our home prices aren't falling as fast as some would like because homes are still selling, being sold at a faster clip than at which they are being put new on the market. So to sum up this week's market update, if we let the difference between average list price and average sold price across Utah's housing market tell us the story, then we see that buyers are still making deals 8 to 10 to 15K under average list price, but those home prices are still high, thanks to the extremely low inventory and the simultaneous extremely low interest rates that we had for the 3 to 5 years prior to 2022. All right, now let's just blaze through these numbers and the charts so that you can see where things are trending. Our inventory now sits at 9,298. That's down from the previous week, and that's been trending down for a full month now, but we do see that it was trending up from the beginning of the third quarter. It's been trending up from the beginning of the year, up until the last month. Now, average days on market is at 46 days right now. That's down from the previous week, and that's trending up. Our average list price the prior week came to $698,333. That's down from the previous week. This is still trending up and looking like it may be leveling out, which is what I predict considering everything else. Our average sold price was $690,551, which means the difference between average list and average sold price for our prior week came to $7,782 in the buyer's favor. So this is up from the previous week, closer to no difference between those two numbers, but it's been trending down more in favor of the buyers. Number of homes sold last week came to 446. That's up from the previous previous week, trending down. The number of homes under contract comes to 3,911, which is down by a mere 1, but this is trending down obviously. The number of price reductions in our prior week came to 875. That's down by just a few from the previous week, but it is trending down over the last month. And finally, our number of listing contracts that were either canceled, expired, or withdrawn came to 389, which is up from the prior week, and we can see that it is trending up. Alright guys, if you've got any questions about anything I said, let me know, hit me in the comments. If you've got questions about what any of those numbers mean, what they mean relative to each other, what they mean when they're up or down, feel free to just click on what I've got flagged at the top right of your screen there to see the weekly real estate numbers explained video. That'll break it down a little bit more. Of course, if you or anybody you know is looking to buy or sell a home in Utah in the coming months, I'd love to be able to work with you. Hit me up, let me know. And as always, if you want to stay educated on what Utah's real estate market is doing, just hit that subscribe button and we'll stay solid on the numbers together every week. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.